I've just finished watching the 2013 movie About Time, which is about a time traveling guy who uses time traveling to get a girl, and then since his dad was also a time traveler, he gives him life lessons about how to enjoy life more.
But the men in the family can travel in time. Well, more accurately, travel back in time. We can't travel into the future. It's only in my own life. I can only go to places where I actually was and can remember.
The thing is, when I started watching this movie, I had a feeling that I can't explain why, I can't really put my finger on it, but as I get older, Britishness, like high-class Britishness, this particular brand of upper-class Britishness somehow just irks me. Maybe it's because I've seen the Tarzan movies and I think of how colonizing they are. I don't know. There's something about how the family is introduced.
By the time I was 21, we were still having tea on the beach every single day, skimming stones, eating sandwiches, summer and winter, no matter what the weather. And every Friday evening, a film, no matter what the weather. And then finally, there was Catherine, Katie, Kit Kat, my sister. In a household of sensible jackets and haircuts, there was this, what can I call her? Nature thing. With her elfin eyes, her purple t-shirts, and her eternally bare feet.
My sister's crazy. She's wearing purple t-shirts. You guys are rich and privileged. Of course you'd be quirky and happy. But then I was like, you're not being, like, this is what I'm telling myself. You're not being fair. Let them be quirky. Like, of course it's inherently immoral to be that rich, but that's how a certain percentage of the world lives, and this is a love story, and their richness is just a setting, and you're perceiving them as arrogant, but they're not really arrogant. But then the rest of the story unfolds, and it turns out that he never tells his true love that he can travel time. So every time he goes back, first of all, it's completely non-consensual. She didn't consent to some of her life being erased and corrected. Maybe she loved those mistakes he thinks he made. Maybe what he perceives as mistakes were something she would have treasured. So who she loves essentially is not even him. She just loves a different dude. This guy who screws up sometimes, who's awkward sometimes, who enters a room in a clumsy way is him. And he just erases this person and makes the girl fall in love with someone else. So the movie never addresses that this is unethical in several ways. What a perfect metaphor for pathological narcissism. The fact that this is treated as something beautiful and romantic and sweet is just disgusting to me. And the only person he discusses this with is his dad, who's also a time traveler. So these upper-class British men only share the truth of their identity with each other. They only ever have honest conversations with each other. And all the rest of the people they know, they just keep in the dark about who they are, what their life is. And essentially, they are just inauthentic motherfuckers.